Well, the geese are officially saying hello. Today's a pretty cool day. It's hay day, and here in the United States, part of the United States, we have a thing called daylight savings time, which is absolutely awful, and we roll the clocks back. So the problem was this time we put the hay out around 4:40 yesterday, and it was already getting dark. So we weren't able to get a good video of everybody getting their first bites of the new hay bale. Ivan, you got a girlfriend? You want to go get your breakfast? I know. I'll get you in a second, buddy. So I'll get you. He's nudging me. Watch this. He'll go right over to his door. He knows right where his breakfast spot is. So anyway, these guys are very full and happy. Hi, Albert, you were rolling in the dirt, weren't you, buddy? Oh my goodness gracious, you filthy boy. All right, geese, quiet down. Anyway, so everybody that's hanging out here is had a nice evening of stuffing their bellies with some brand new fresh hay, and the rain has come and gone once again, so we're drying out a little bit. What a pain in the butt this year has been in our dry lot. Not always dry. Put 20 ton of stone in here to try to dry things out. And now the donkeys have made that fill we pulled out of there part of their obstacle course. But anyway, so this is the hay bale that Jenny Ferguson, all the way from the UK, bought. Jenny's one of our YouTube friends, and Jenny loves watching the videos. She even was on holiday, as she said. We call it vacation. I love how everybody's so different that is in our lives now. In Australia, and she said she brought the donkeys with her on that trip even, so that was really cool. What are you doing, Becky? You found a good spot? You didn't make a hole, did you? These troublemakers, I'm telling you, they'll find a way. Any way they can. The way we put the bale in, we couldn't get our bag closed all the way. So, any guesses who who gorged themselves out of that top hole? I have a pretty good feeling myself. And here comes baby Benjamin. No longer a baby, but he'll always be our baby, our firstborn. Get his last bite. So what we're going to do now is we're going to close this area off. Oh man, that wind is terrible. Winter is coming in upstate New York. There is no denying that. We're going to extend our fence line this morning here and close off this feed area. Sorry, probably just give you vertigo or made you dizzy. So that these munchers can get a quick break from eating. It's better for their health that way. But as you can see, hanging out over here at the lounging barn, a bunch of full bellies, and then we got Mr. Teddy. You want to go in your feeding area, buddy? Come on. We'll get you in there and we'll get you some of your special food. Come on, big boy. Teddy gets that special grain because his teeth are worn down so much because he's an old fart. Sweet boy. And he knows what time it is. He lets himself in basically to get ready for that. And there goes Franklin. Where are you going, buddy? You heading off? He says, yeah, I'm gonna get my last bites. Albert, you were eating the top of that hay. Don't pretend you're sleeping, buddy boy. And oh, you stretching, Molly? Cutie. Poor Ivan here has had a little bit of pain on his back foot. Conditions have been so awful. that dealing with mud, even in the places that are always traditionally dry. So we've been treating him for a little bit of thrush in his back leg, but he's been a little sore. You waiting for me, buddy? Okay, let's see if we can sneak in here and get his food going for him. Hey, buddy, excuse me. Please excuse the mess in our tack room. Everything just kind of lands here. I'm sure you've got a drop zone like that at your house. But big boy senior Teddy gets about 3 quarts of Triple Crown senior grain twice a day. Make sure he's getting all the nutrients he needs. And we'll always have some jealous faces because they all know how good this stuff is, especially here. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. There we go. All right, let's go feed that boy. He's excited. Hi, Ivan. I'm not bothering you, buddy. Well, it looks like the troublemakers have made their way over. You ready to eat, big boy? I saw you eating from the top of that hay bag last night. You got plenty of hay. Whether or not you could process that hay, that's a whole nother thing, right, bud? So basically, when we first started feeding Teddy here, we had to give him shots in his neck of antibiotics. It was really hard for him to bend all the way over to the ground because his neck was sore, because that went on for so long. So we built him this little food holder out of a bench we found in the woods on our property. It might have been a threshing bench or something, but pretty cool. And he seems to like it because he can stand here and look around. He doesn't feel real secure in here because he's hemmed in, so things make him nervous. So it's nice that he can stand here and be aware and look. Very nervous around feed time. Somebody definitely abused these boys around food. It's okay. I know. So we always try to pet him and reassure him that we're not going to hurt them when they're eating. It is a life trauma, though, and it takes a long time to sort out for anybody or anything. And that's part of what we do here in the rescue, is figure out who's struggling in what way and how we can help them. And it looks like Autumn's laid down. We got little Autumn, Marv, Molly, Albert. You can see Molly has stopped growing. It looks like, as of right now, she's going to be a little shy of Mammoth Donkey, but she's pretty big. She's standing downhill of Albert. I think Albert's 15.1 or 15.3. I can't remember. Yeah, I'm talking about you, silly girl. You can see how she's growing up. She's going to be a nice large standard. Mammoths do grow for like 6 years, and she's only, I think she's only 2.5 or so. So she's got time to grow, and her butt's still pretty high. You can see her butt's higher than her middle of her back, and some say that that means they'll keep growing. Yeah, you have a nice butt, Molly. I'm sorry I'm interrupting. She's so funny. Well, it's interesting to see the size. And Marv and the rest of the babies are small standards. Their mamas were pretty short, and their growth was probably pretty well stunted because they were starved and unfed. The parents were unfed and the babies were unfed. So, you know, over the time of generations of them, they got smaller and smaller, it seems. But that's nice because they're good middle ground size. Where's she heading to? Her shadow's following her. Molly's pretty popular with all the boys. You gonna get up, Ivan? Oh boy, old man. You stretch it out, do a little yoga. Good girl, Molly. She went over to poop. What a good girl. Donkeys are kind of messy like any equine, but what we do find is once there is a pile of manure, they will fairly often use that pile, which is nice. When you clean the paddock entirely perfectly, then there's just scattered poo everywhere. You can see Ivan favoring that, his back left foot there. Ooh, yeah, poor guy. Did some cleaning and definitely smelled some real stinky smell, and that's usually a pretty good indicator of some thrush. So we'll get on that here shortly today and get them cleaned out and get some antiseptic sprayed on there. And geese are being gentle this morning. That's a rare occurrence. Little baby Autumn. Look how cute she is. She's so sweet. Be really interesting to see what kind of fur she ends up growing. This boy. Yeah, he's sleepy. Because he was eating around the bag. You gonna get some salt, Mr. Ivan? Oh yeah, you love that salt, don't you? Good boy. He's so sweet. We're gonna get him all fixed up. Let's go over and see who's munching over here. Basically everybody. And this is part of why there's mud, because the donkeys come out of their feed area, which is great, because they don't do it in there. And they, of course, take a leak, so it's constant water flow. And it doesn't make for the driest conditions. But we did add some of our barn mats out here to ensure that while they're standing, they're in a drier area. It's been working really well. I'm happy about that. Hi guys. I know I got you all messed up. You're wondering what I'm doing, huh? Everybody thinks I'm messing with them. Hi Cole. Yeah, I'm getting brave, huh? Cole had gotten real nervous for a while because we were doing training with him. Good boy. Oh, what a sweet boy. Oh, I'm so proud of you. You've come a long way. Got little gray hairs. What a cutie. Sometimes on the younger ones, the training seems like a really big threat. But the older ones, they're just like, oh, here they go. They want to take us for a walk again or something. And now they're all rushing around because they know that once we start putting the fence up, that they're getting kicked out. So I think what we'll do is we'll kick them out and we'll let these buggers get their normal sleep and get Mr. Ivan's foot cleaned up for the morning. Get our day started. Thank you, Jen. And Jenny, I guess you go by, for taking care of everybody. Like I said, she bought this hay bale this week, and she bought a bag of pelletized bedding, which we're about to switch into in the barn. In the warmer months, we don't put bedding down because when there's no bedding on the ground, they don't urinate, and they don't like it splashing on their feet. So we just leave the bare mats, kind of like we have out here today, and they actually keep their barn a lot cleaner that way. And once you start putting the bedding in, they make a real mess of it. But you have to have the bedding in there so that they have a nice, warm, dry place to sleep. So anyway, thank you again, Jenny. We really appreciate you, all your kind comments on YouTube on all of our videos. We only make these videos because we hope people enjoy them. So it's always helpful to know that it's appreciated that we're walking around with our phone in our hand. And oh, you guys, listen to them. I think Benjamin in there. Let's see who that is. Yeah, Benjamin. irritated because he's got a good eating spot and somebody's eating from it. However, what Benjamin doesn't remember is he steals from all the big ones as they pulled out, so little troublemaker. But anyway, like I said, it always is helpful to know that people are watching these and enjoying them. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but while we're making the videos, we can't do any of the work we usually do out here, like raking and stuff. So as long as you're all enjoying them, we're all gonna keep making them. So thank you everybody for feeding these faces, these furry butts, for another week. You can go right on our Shopify website. The links are on our pages. You can go under rescue supplies, and all this is under there, all the supplies that we use on a daily basis. We also have a Shopify store. Like I said in the last video, you can actually make t-shirts, and there's pre-designed shirts and stuff like that in there too, and all the proceeds from those sales go right to the animals. They're not the cheapest, but they're built in with a pricing is built in with a bit of a donation to the animals. So again, all that's supporting all these babies that you see around here. And looks like nap time has begun, so I'm gonna kick these guys out and let everybody lay down in the sun for a while. Have a great day. Thanks again, Jenny. Well, we've closed off the food. It's about 10 minutes later. I thought maybe I would follow back up with these babies. How cute are they? Benjamin. Little baby Benjamin. Little firecracker. Franklin. And how I can automatically tell it's Franklin is because Molly. Albert's tanning his butt. Teddy. Hi, are you on lookout duty now? Oh, who's farting? Jeez. We got Marv having a nap with Miss Autumn. Didn't get much closer than that. These two are always buddies. We got Becky, Lulu. Becky's doing a nice job of blocking all that sunshine. In the barn, we've got Miss Harriet. Cole found a nice lounging spot, didn't you, buddy? It's okay. It's okay, buddy. Ivan was really good about getting his feet cleaned out and a nice spray on there, weren't you? Where'd you go, boy? You're so sweet. Look at these eyes. How can you not just fall in love with them? Nice sweet boy. I know. Look at your smile. Are you smiling? Are you smiling, you sweet boy? He's such a good boy. These two. As close as you can get. If you've never researched about the donkey's cross, here's a few in the real world. We got two Jerusalem donkeys here. Well, basically all of them are actually Jerusalem donkeys, except for Albert. Just some of their crosses are more visible than others. Have you got one, Big Teddy? Ivan does. This is kind of black, but you can't really see it now that he's getting his winter fur. You got one, big boy? I don't know. Might be hidden in there. Just like Miss Harry. Albert, you're definitely not a Jerusalem donkey, are you? Maybe your dad was. Big mammoth donkey. Everybody's farting at me today. What the heck? How rude. There's Molly's cross. Franklin. Hard to see his right now. You can see the lighter brown. Benjamin, basically an exact duplicate of Mama. Very clear one. Anyway, we're all soaking up the sun. It's about 29 degrees Fahrenheit here. Winter's coming. It's actually a good thing for the ground, for them. Get out of this rain cycle we've had this year. It's been crazy. And yeah, thank you again, Jenny, for feeding all these babies. Giving them full bellies to sleep on today. Oh, Lulu, you getting up? You gotta find that sunshine, huh, girl? You gonna stretch it out? Sometimes they do some cute yoga. I bet she goes right in the barn, finds a nice spot in the sun. Let's see where she's headed. Right in the shade. Not a lot of sunshine in there, big girl. Harry's right in the way. Should probably move her right out of the way. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you with these cute faces. Pretty sure Autumn's smiling. Let's see. What's Lulu found here? Did she find a spot? Teddy makes a lot of shade, huh, girl? Teddy's not super fond of other donkeys. He likes people a lot. Let's see if she can weasel her way in there. It's okay, Teddy. He's got his ears out for it. He's happy. I think Ivan's on sleeping duty, not watching duty. Wonder what he's dreaming about. You're on lookout duty, buddy? What a good boy. Alright. Hope you all are having a good week. Thank you again for supporting what we're doing here with these rescues. 12 beautiful souls out here.